Hello there, you're on the Heart of Reddit channel. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Get your popcorn ready and enjoy. You can go home early. Way back when, I used to work as a bank teller. One day a man in a suit comes in and comes to my lane. I had never seen this guy before, but he looks like $1 million. Nice suit, perfect hair, the works. No sooner does this gentleman walk up to me, my manager asks to borrow me for a second and pulls me off to the side. She told me that this particular guy was the richest person around, and had hundreds of millions banked with us. She told me, if it isn't against the law, I want you to do whatever he tell you to. If he asks you to jump, you don't even ask how high, you just jump like your life depends on it. Now keep in mind that this was all maybe 3 feet away from said Mr. Moneybags, and he obviously heard the whole thing. So, my manager walks off to the corner to stare daggers at me, and I get to work. After doing everything, all normal transaction stuff, he looks at my manager, then me. He then says, loud enough for all to hear, oh, and you can take the rest of the day off? That won't be a problem, will it? The look on my manager's face was priceless. She couldn't say no to him because he's the center of the universe in that area, and she, in the bank, knows it. So, I get my stuff and walk out with him. Before I left, he told me to let him know the next time he comes in if I got in trouble. When I asked him why he did that, he said because he hates how everyone bends over backwards to treat him like a king, just because he has money, and my manager was one of his worst offenders. So, I got a free one-half day. My manager wasn't too happy with me for not coming back after he left, but I never did get formally reprimanded. Accidental $40,000 bonus. I have a former boss, who used to be a youth pastor. He clashed with the head pastor over a number of things. The one I can remember was telling the boss and the staff that copying Ms. software was stealing. Back before Ms. had installed keys on everything, he finally brought up too many things to the board of trustees or whatever, and was fired in one swift move. No notice, get a box. He couldn't get a final check out of them, because something like they had a big admin shift, and everyone thought it was someone else's job to check, or something. He went to the labor board finally, and had a conversation something like, so tell me about this job. I run Sunday activities. Weekdays I plan activities, make calls, kids visit me, I fill other duties during the week. Summers there are camps, in-house day camps, overnighters, beach days, etc. So were there days you worked more than 8 hours? In the summers, so many, but that's the job. I knew that when I took it. You don't seem to understand that your hourly rate doesn't qualify your employer to count you as salary. You're owed overtime for all of these extra hours all those years. So by doing things the correct way, you got an extra $40,000 from the employer. Work all night. Okay. I used to work in the legal industry as a junior paralegal. My boss, a paralegal, was horrible. She had a long history of abusive behavior toward her subordinates. Once she informed me that I wasn't paid to make decisions. I was paid to follow orders. There was a case that was closing soon. Attorneys were expected to work all night on it. So she asked me to go home early and return to work in the middle of the night to be available all night. I got back and there was nobody else there at all. I had some filing that I could work on, but only about an hour, and I was there for about 10 hours, but I was told to stay there all night, so I did. When she got to work the next morning, I let her know I was here and looked for the attorneys, but nobody was here, and nobody told me they didn't need me. I thought maybe they may come back, so I stayed. She was upset that I didn't just go home, and she complained that I didn't have billable hours for that time. She made an ugly comment to the effect of, at some point you should have decided to go home. I said, per your email, I am not paid to make decisions. I am paid to follow orders. You told me to be here all night. I had the receipts. She could do nothing. Later, she tried to assign me to a case that was a conflict of interest due to household employment. I disclosed it and she got mad and demanded my resignation on my birthday. I told her no and went to HR. She told HR I was a terrible employee and none of the attorneys liked me. So, I showed HR the emails from the attorneys that contradicted her. I ended up transferring to a different group. I had a kid and took maternity pay and then quit. She continued on with others the way she did with me and wound up getting fired. It took a while, but she did have a consequence.